next episode in the Elder Scrolls Online Let's Play series. We are just outside the Delve for Naril Nagaya, which we just did in the last episode. And we stumbled upon this quest, so we're gonna pick it up and keep on moving.
What luck that someone came along. Don't worry about me. My companions need help. Argonians. I can't tell if they're acting alone or on behalf of the Ebonheart Pact. They struck so quickly I'm not sure who they are. But they took the rest of my group captive and left me for dead. Just down there in the ravine, looks like the Argonians have set. I followed them this far, but with this wound I'm useless in a fight. Will you help us?
Oh, sure.
Thank you. We were on our way to Longhaven when the Argonians struck. Free my companions and meet us there. I'll repay you however I can. A Khajiit rogue called Nineclaws, a fellow Bosmer by the name of Droldurin, and an exiled Breton mage known as Zavieri. If they aren't wounded, they'll be able to make it back to Longhaven on their own once you've freed them.
I want to discover that world boss anyway, so... Wow, they're really close to each other. Oh, shit.
You fight well. I don't suppose you're here for us. I don't know who you are, but I'm glad you're on our side. I'll see these spineless lizards over a cooking fire once I've mended. Kill a few more of those overgrown lizards for me. I'll see you in Longhaven.
Ebonheart on Ebonheart.
Oh, sirree.
You're not with them, are you? Help me. Yes, quickly, before more of those lizards come. Thank you, friend. Meet us in Longhaven when we're all out of here. I'm sure Nivrilin will reward you for this.
What is this? Who are you? This one knew Nivrilin would not abandon us. It is good that she still lives. Thank you for aiding us. You have this one's gratitude. Joan and Jod protect you.
Oh, good. You made it back. My band owes you a debt of gratitude. It isn't often you meet such selfless travelers here. Words of gratitude are nice and all, but as a fellow adventurer, I know they don't fill the belly. Here, some coin for your trouble.
Okay.
Oh, a fellow member of the guild. Well met. I'm here searching for a few others of our order. I don't suppose you've crossed paths with them, huh? I see. So their lust for power led them to their demise. A lesson every mage should take to heart. Thank you for seeking me out about this. You've saved me much fruitless searching. It is good to know the matter is dealt with.
Okay.
Are you not afraid?
Welcome to Longhaven. Used to be a busier place before all this trouble with the mist, but we won't let that be an excuse for poor hospitality. It started a few weeks ago now, when the mist changed, turned a sickly color. All I know is what I saw with my own eyes. Hunters simply dropping their bows and wandering unarmed into the moors as if bewitched. Then their bodies turn up later, or what's left of them. Can't explain it. Except a wanderer, much like yourself, a dour Dunmer fellow, passed through here, bought supplies and headed straight into the moors. My warnings be damned. Seemed like he knew something. You want to figure this out? I'd start by finding that Dunmer.
Alright. So we gotta get to the Dunmer, and the Moors. Yeah, I combine the two words.
Begone! I must finish my prayers and purify my spirit before I meet my foes in battle. I have been tracking my prey for many nights. A heathen vampire who shall soon be cleansed from this world. I thought him alone, but now that I see this place, I suspect a lair is hidden nearby. He shall regret leading me to this vile nest. I have hunted them all my life, and yet I have never seen magic such as this. I do feel their touch upon it. I feel it testing my will with every step I take. But I shall not falter. I shall face these creatures and leave nothing but ash behind. No fear, bravery, or foolish inexperience. I cannot trust one who could become enthralled at any moment. Prove to me you have the will to resist this foul magic. Find me at the lair up the hill east of here. Then I shall consider it. And now, my work begins.
Okay.
So, you made it through the mist. Your will is stronger than I expected. Vampire scum. He barely put up a struggle before he fell to his knees, begging for what he calls a life. I did not expect such weakness. I will finish him now, if you'd be so kind as to step. No. This pathetic being is hardly even worthy of my blade. The one I followed here is called Fainir, a much more formidable foe than this maggot, I assure you. We shall meet him soon enough. He and all of his coven shall die. As you wish. In this moment or the next, his existence shall end either way. But be wary. A vampire attempts to sway and beguile with its words. Do not listen, no matter what he says.
You must have mercy. The Dark Elf won't listen, but you will, won't you? We were different. I didn't want this. Kept to ourselves. Didn't prey on the living. The beasts, the Horvor, glutted themselves on the blood of hunters. We fed on them. We didn't kill anyone. It was a natural way. Until he came. The Veiled One. Ultima, I think. Sought an alliance. Promised power. Told us we didn't need to hide anymore. Others in my clan agreed. He taught them a ritual using an ancient vampire skull. Said it would allow them to make countless thralls. The skull rests in the back of this cavern. Its curse seeps into the mists all around us. Destroy the skull, and the magic goes with it. I never wanted this. Spare me, and I can bring others to my side. We can be of use to you. Yes, he was the loudest of the supporters along with Athraidel and Lathriel. I saw them speaking with the Veiled One often. They never listened to me. You'll have to go through them if you want to reach the skull. Now please, just let me go.
Finished with your little chat? I shall relieve him of his head now, and rid us of his insufferable mewling. Did I not warn you of this? That his vile tongue would worm its way into your thoughts? There's no such thing as a good vampire. Just a vampire that has not yet been tempted. Our goals here are the same. Will you forget them for this scum? I can't oppose you. I don't slay the living. Only the dead. Run along, little worm. A brief reprieve only. I'll find you and your kin.
Oh, thank you. The rest who opposed Fainir have already escaped.
Filth. Now to Fainir, quickly. My blade does not enjoy being denied a meal. Slay them all! Lead on! I will strike from the shadows.
All right.
Come and meet death. Since you are thus judged, the same fate awaits them all. my hand. You shall be purified!
Right, now! Spread out!
Come and meet death. You shall be purified! Is that all?
All right.
Slay them all! The web weavers make fitting companions for the vampires and their enthralling mist. Guide my hand. Yes! This must be the main living quarters. Faenir must be near. At last, my prey is within reach.
Circle around!
Come and meet death.
To the side! Go around!
Getting old is no picnic, but the alternative is a lot worse.
Slay them all.
From the sides!
To the side! Flank, now!
So that explains what we saw as we slew them. They bound themselves to the skull. Dark magic often comes with a heavy price.
You gotta be kidding me.
It's you again. The hunters say the mist has lost its sickly tint. Did you find the source? Vampires here. Sickening. Hunted in our own hunting grounds. We'll be more vigilant of their kind now. I'll see to it personally that every last one of them is destroyed. Thank you for helping us. Vampires.
All right. It's another one done.
She is lost to me. What do I do now? You. Did I overhear you correctly? Vampires were the source of the creatures in the corrupted mist. Oh, tell me it isn't so. It's just that my wife, Alcenia, is among the lost. And while some have returned, she never came back. I don't know if she's dead or just lost out there alone. I've searched for days, but there's no sign of her. I've just about given up hope. Would you? With the mist returning to normal now, it might be easier to find her. That's what I hope, at least.
All right. Guess we'll do this quest.
You there. You're searching for me, aren't you? Let us speak quickly. I don't have much time. I know you're looking for me. I'm showing myself to tell you to leave. Tell Thornor you found me dead. It'll be true enough soon. I'm going to end my life before I turn. I was out gathering fungi when the mist suddenly took on a strange hue. Next thing I remember is waking up in a dark place, surrounded by strange Bosmer with glowing eyes. They told me I'd be one of them soon. It's true. I can feel it. I don't know. I've seen my husband out here, calling for me. I'll keep myself hidden because I don't want him to see. I can't go home like this. When I turn, just leave me. I'll end it soon. I just want to watch the sea a bit longer. A cure for this? You mean like the potions the Wild Witch brews in children's stories? It's said her hovel appears and disappears at her whim, and that she could brew potions to cure any ailment. It's been a long time since I heard that story. And that's all it is. A story. I'm going now. Please don't look for me again.
Okay. Before we continue on with this, we gotta stop and Marbrook to sell some stuff. We are at max inventory.
Sounds like a load more in Eridon put his cousin Gelthior on trial. The law of meat. Hi.
Okay, there we go. Get rid of those.
Say there's a being called the
1.5.
Wilder King who shapes Valenwood.
Nice.
Sounds like a load of superstition to me.
Alright. So, let's get back over here. I don't care. Here we go. Alright.
I heard you were the one that came to Longhaven's aid. Oh, thank you, friend. Sure. Just chase a Goldwing to the source of its rainbow, and she'll be there on the edge of the Fountain of Fortune. Ha! Only kidding, my friend. The Wild Witch is long gone, if her story was ever true to begin with. I think Doralyn here in the village has a copy of one of the old songs, if you're interested in that. She's quite fond of the tale, so maybe you should speak to her.
I'll have to make another trip to Woodhearth soon to replenish my ingredients. If you have your own, you're welcome to use my tools. Well, you've come to the right place. It's one of my favorite tales, though it's quite embellished these days. Better for frightening the children away from certain dangers. There are many versions of her in the tales, but they are all based on an old Bosma who is very real. I've met her myself, though she is a reclusive one. She's called Galerith, and she's a master of the art of hiding. That would be up to her alone. She seems to only reveal herself to those that interest her. But you're welcome to try. She has many hovels tucked away in the wood, but the one nearest Longhaven is just by the sea, to the southwest. What's this now? How would I know what others call me? I am Galereth, and you are inside my home. Why have you come here? I might have something that will do the trick, assuming they haven't fully turned. But I expect you to do something for me in return first. So she can't face her husband after what she's become? I know what that feels like. Very well. Take this to her as soon as possible. She must drink it before her transformation is complete, or it will be too late.
Here we go.
You there. You're searching for me, aren't you? You again? Please, I have nothing more to say about it. I'm already suffering enough without you making a mockery of me. I just started thinking about my childhood now that my life is over. That's all. I like those stories. Even if that's all they were. Children's tales. Ugh. Tastes like bugs. I do feel somewhat warmer. More myself. Less cloudy. But what if they come for me again? I feel like they're in my mind, always watching. I see. I noticed the mist had changed. I thought it was only my changed eyes embracing its corruption. Thank you for this. I thought it was hopeless, but now I can return home to Thorinor. I will. I can't wait to see him again. Please, take this. It isn't much, for I can never repay what you've done for me. But I hope it will suffice.
Boom. We're doing pretty well, guys. We were down to 17 quests.
didn't think I was being disrespectful. Sometimes people...
Another tourist. Rare to have so many visitors in this part of the Valen Wood, didn't you hear? It's much safer behind the shiny new walls of Marbrook. Even King Camoran hesitates to venture into the court of the Wilder King. Negotiate? About what? Oh, I know. You want us to bow to your queen and swear allegiance to your what's-it's-called? Aldermary Dominion. Huh. Problem is that our allegiance is to the Wilder King, and he doesn't seem to care for your dominion. Ha! Sure. Let me just pull him from my satchel. You people don't understand. The Wilder King manages the entire forest. He doesn't have time for idle talk. Why do you think so many people doubt his existence? Not in person, but I don't doubt the Wilder King exists. He speaks to me in the babbling brooks and the wind in the trees. Other Bosmer petition him for an audience, but I don't need to. He already tells me everything I need to know. I could tell you, but how do I know you're trustworthy? You ask us to share your enemies, but will you share ours? The wood orcs are a plague we can't seem to be rid of. If you help us drive them off, I'll tell you what you want to know. Lurchers. Take seeds from the shimmering tree in the village and plant them in the orcs' camp. In a few minutes, they'll sprout out with a vengeance. The orc chieftain won't surrender so easily, though. Just kill him. Leave the rest to the lurchers. Don't bother coming back here until you've run off the orcs. I've got important business to attend to. Don't bother coming back here until you've run off the orcs. Well, if you plant them in some peat, they sprout into a flower, and then after some time, the flower grows into a lurcher. If you want more than that, you can ask the Wilder King himself, when you get that audience.
Can you believe that tree thane? Was the tree thane as rude to you as she was to me? All I asked was how one might get an audience with the Wilder King. But the way she reacted, you would have thought I was trying to slaughter her children. Did she treat you any differently? She did? That's funny, because Ander and I offered to drive the orcs away and she turned us down. I don't know, I'm beginning to suspect this is some elaborate Bosmer trick and the whole village is laughing at us when we're not looking. I didn't say that. There is definitely a distinctive magical force in this part of Valen Wood. But I fail to understand by what logic the Tree Thane decides who gets an audience with the Wilder King and who gets turned away. Oh, I'm Aranias. Maybe you've read my book, Spriggans in the Green, Story and Myth in Primitive Bosmer Society? Probably not, I guess. Anyhow, Ander and I came in a scholarly pursuit to see if this Wilder King is really as powerful as they say. We'll just have to venture deeper into the forest on our own. We'll probably get lost and suffer a slow and painful death, but that's the risk we have to take. If you're going after the wood orcs, though, I know something that might make it easier. If you want, you can take the essence from the calope tree and rub it all over your body to cloak yourself in a haze of forest moths. The wood orcs won't even see you. Oh, one more thing. Ander scouts out.
The Wood Elves have a friend who's not afraid to fight. Good. Give me your best.
That was pretty easy.
My scouts came back singing your praises. They said the Wood Orcs broke quickly after you killed Chieftain Thragdosh and unleashed the Guardians. I wasn't exactly expecting you to succeed. Seems there's more to you than meets the eye. Huh, and you're worried I won't hold up my end of the bargain? No, I keep my promises. You got rid of those parasitic orcs. You've earned the right to petition the Wilder King for an audience. I hope I haven't given you a sense of false hope, though. Bosma around here petition the Wilder King for an audience all the time, and he rarely responds. More than likely, you're simply wasting your time. Suit yourself. Just south of my home, you'll find the petitioning stone. Just touch it. Probably nothing will happen. If he wants to speak with you, though, he'll appear when you touch that stone. I never said it was complicated. Besides, by scaring off those wood orcs, you just might have improved your chances. The Wilder King sees these things, you know. All right, run along now, and may the forest part to reveal your path.
Okay.
Welcome to my court, outsider. Since you entered my domain, I have watched your actions with a keen interest. You have been generous with my people and more patient than I expected. But I still cannot gather one thing. Why have you come? Again, not what I expected. I think I've heard of this old merry dominion, but I don't see how inclusion in this group would appeal to me or to the people in my domain. Aligning with you would only alienate us from others. Interesting. You think we have common enemies? My only enemies are those who would seek to harm Valenwood. Let us test your theory, though. Show me one of these enemies of whom you speak, so I might better understand. Use the other stone pillar, the one on the platform behind us. Touch that stone pillar and an apparition will appear. One of your enemies, as you say. Fight this enemy so that I might see its true nature. I am pleased to be able to lend you strength to face this enemy from your past.
Strike us down. A veiled heritage will always rise again.
is
I
finished.
sense the darkness in the heart of the one you fought, but he has already been defeated, has he not? And those like him, they may not all share his darkness. You should have me call these people enemies, though. The Veiled Heritance. Yes, I am familiar with this distinction as well. There is one among this group who has come to Valenwood to see me, and I find her curious. Very curious.
Oh, shoot.
I sense the Veiled Heritance. Yes, I am familiar with this distinction as well. She is one who has been blessed with fascinating gifts. Gifts I cannot afford to ignore. You would know her identity, though. I was able to capture one of her memories. Touch the petition stone again, and I will share it with you.
We have much need of someone like you, Ananias.
Yes, young one. We have a problem in the Valenwood that will require your talents specifically.
I would be honored to help however I can.
Opportunity has arisen to strike a devastating blow to the Dominion, to divide the Bosmer.
The Bosmer in Greenshade claim allegiance not to King Camoran, but to a man they call the Wilder King.
Killing this Wilder King will drive the Bosmer mad. He is very elusive, though, so I will need your help to find him.
You realize we are entrusting you with an important task, I hope, my dear.
Of course, Lady Estrie, you can count on me.
As you've just seen, the young girl Ananias is associated with the Veiled Heritance. Until I know more about her, I hesitate to call her an enemy. I will have more insight soon, though. Even now, Ananias is on her way to my throne. So she believes. But there may be a greater truth to her purpose here. You may not like this, but I sense the same is true of you.
But he won't believe me, though. Okay.
Maintain proper order.
You approach knowing what you want. I was once like that not that long ago. Please share some gold with poor Curlet. Curlet hears and sees much, but it is difficult to recall when one's stomach rumbles so. Alas, he does not have the coin for food. 1,000 blessings. This one's night eye has not failed him yet. Curlet caught a glimpse of a Bosmer sneaking into the bank.
King Camoran Eridan knows his place. Most Altmer wouldn't trust a wood elf with their money. Fair enough, but trust is the Dominion's foundation, is it not? We have to start somewhere. Have I ever? There's been a steady stream of Altmer depositing valuables here since the thefts began. I'd like to see that. I'm an expert in security. No one can enter the bank without keys, and only I and my apprentice Nidras have them. Now Nidras... I guess he went upstairs. That boy's steps are as light as feathers.
The law of meat, hide, and bone obligates us to use every fleshy thing in the air, on the earth, and beneath the sea. Hence the superiority of Bosmer leathercraft.
It's hard to avoid it. Between you and me, I hope the artisan never gets caught.
Because the thief's obviously a Bosmer. It would only strain relations in the Dominion, further than they've already been strained. Bosmer culture considers theft to be an art, and the closer the object to the victim's heart, the better the theft. And there's more than a few Bosmer who are unhappy with the Altmer building Marbrook and Valenwood.
Animal husbandry. One of the few jobs here that doesn't violate the Green Pact. But Marbrook's where the money is. You know what I think? That old banker Talqua paid a thief to steal from the rich Altmer so they'd pay to keep their valuables with them. Well, the artisan only targets Altmer who don't use the bank. And don't forget, Talqua has that Bosmer apprentice of his to take the fall.
The Wood Elves deep in the forest say there's a being called the Wilder King who shapes Valenwood.
Sounds like a load of superstition to me.
Always work to do. Keeps one very busy, yes? Oh, it is your lucky day. This one recently came into possession of one of the artisan's messages, written in his own hand. Sozik does not run a charity. He has kittens to feed. As the artisan's infamy grows, his signature will become highly valuable. A wise choice. Zuzik's mate was furious when this one paid much for the note. She thinks it worthless. We know otherwise, no? Yes, the Bosmer religion does not allow the use of paper, so they use animal hides instead. Not many use it in Marbrook.
What is it?
We've got almost everything.
We're going to scare our friend Khalid.
Aha, a guest. How wonderful. I wonder, would you help my friend and I with a little experiment? We are reconstructing animals. Dead ones, of course. Wouldn't do such a thing to live ones. That would be barbaric. Not to mention impractical. Specifically, we are creating an elixir that will cause small dead animals to wriggle about as if alive. Well, as it turns out, we're fresh out of parts. Rat parts, I mean. I need you to bring us the head, legs, body, and tail from 4 different rats, so we can combine them into an animated rodent assemblage. Oh, I know the whole thing seems rather rash and improbable, doesn't it? But our methods get results. Bring back the rat parts and we'll have a little rodent scurrying about in no time. Why, it'll be almost lifelike. No, no, please meet us outside the Fighters Guild. We must set up our experiment there.
What do you want?
Okay. Try logging out, log back in. Regardless, we're probably gonna end the episode here pretty quickly.
What is it?
Okay. Yeah, we're ending the video here. If you guys like, please drop a like down below, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one where we'll figure out this mystery. I'm out.